Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to the Makeup Mummy family. And guys, if you are new to my channel, it would be awesome if you can hit that subscribe button and join me here at Makeup Mummy. And if you do subscribe, then remember and hit that bell so it'll notify you every time I upload, which is Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays, so you guys won't miss a thing. So guys, you will have to excuse if I am not sounding very good today. I am full of the cold. It has hit me like a sledgehammer. This makeup just makes me look more alive than I actually really am. But guys, today we're doing a foundation review and I have been so eager to try this out. I am currently wearing it. I'm not giving anything away though. You'll just have to keep on watching this video for my thoughts. The foundation is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer, and I have mine in the shade Porcelain. So guys, without further ado, if you guys want to see what I felt about this foundation and how it applied, then just keep on watching. Guys, first things first, I need a coffee, a wee sip of coffee just to keep me going. Okay, so the first process that I would do is obviously primer. To me that is quite important, as well as obviously your skincare routine in the morning. So exfoliating, moisturising, that's all really important so that you've got a nice, good, flawless base for your makeup. So today I'm using the Anew Skin Transforming Primer. This is from Avon, and basically it's part of their anti-aging range. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and kid myself. I am getting on. I mean, I'm not old, but I'm getting on. And I do feel that this helps my foundation go on just a little bit better, and it does smooth it out better. So I'm just going to apply a couple of pumps of that on. So you don't need a lot, to be fair, or I never put a lot, because really I just sort of stick to where I feel that I have the problem, which is always my nose and sort of around this area here on my cheek. What I do find is this primer, it does smooth out quite a lot. A little goes a long way, so you really don't need to use a lot. Out of my one goodish nostril we've got going on, it does have a fresh smell, not too overpowering. I do feel it does make a difference to my foundation application. Now you will notice here today as well, guys, I do have quite a lot of blotchiness on this side. When I do get a bad cold, I seem to get a problem with my sinuses and my face just turns to a blotchy mess. Generally speaking, when I would be applying my makeup, I would colour conceal that, so that would normally be my next step. But just for today, I just want to show you the foundation on its own without anything else underneath there to affect the coverage. So, like I said, it's the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation we're talking about. I got mine in 00A, which is Porcelain. As you guys all know, I am so pale it's unreal. This is 1 fluid ounce and it's 30ml, so again, standard for any foundation. And what it claims is it's medium to full coverage, lightweight, oil-free formula, long-wearing, water-resistant and sweat-proof. Now, sweat-proof, I won't be able to test that out because here in Scotland it is freezing. But it is pouring of rain outside there today, so I will be able to test that out as I'm going out, so we shall see if when I come back home I still have foundation in place. So this foundation is a pump, as you can see right there, which I really do like in a foundation. I just feel it makes things less messy. Also, I think when it says medium to full coverage, to me that sounds like you could build this foundation. So again, we'll see if that does work. I'm going to do half a face with a brush and half a face with a sponge, just to see if the different tools apply it any differently or if they both look the same. And obviously we'll do a check-in as well, just to see how this foundation has lasted throughout the day. So what I'm going to do is take probably 2 pumps, just like I would normally any foundation, and we'll apply to one half, blend that in, and then apply to the second half and then blend that in. So let's just give this a go. 1, 2. Quite thick in consistency, guys, quite thick there. But feels very almost moussey and does feel quite smooth to touch. So let's just start applying it. It does feel very thick when you apply it to the skin as well. Okay, so I'll just do that. I'm going to take this as the beauty sponge side, my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponge, and we're just going to blend that in. The shade is pretty spot on for what I need. So that's quite good. You'll have to excuse my nose if I'm constantly sniffing, guys. I really am sorry. And I know I can come across very annoying. I don't mean it to. Definitely I would say that is a medium coverage, and that's just one layer, but that's pretty good for one layer, to be fair. I'm liking how that's looking. Blended in really easy. And it's not sitting on the skin, it is going in, it's blending quite nicely into the skin, which is good, because there's nothing worse when you're applying a foundation and you're seeing it's just sitting there and it's not doing anything. So guys, I'm just going to leave that one there, because we could always apply a little more to see how far we can build this. Now I'm going to apply just... The real test will be to see how this does cover up like my blotchiness on this side, because this side is really bad for those blotches. As you can see, I've got a lot of red blotchiness all over this side of the face. And then I'm going to use my stippling brush, and we're just going to blend this one out. I am liking how easy this is blending, I have to say. I do like that you're not having to put a lot of effort in to get it to spread out. Because I thought with it being so thick, it would be a nightmare to spread. But no, it does blend really easy. That's covered pretty well, guys, I have to say. I mean, you can still see some of my blotchiness, but that's not as bad as it was when we first started. What I'm going to do is go in again with another maybe pump and a half. And I'm just going to use this, what I've got on my hand, to just take the brush over and see if we can blend and build another layer. I am liking so far what I'm seeing though. I'm liking how easy this is just to blend over the face. I probably could have got away with 2 pumps, but because I do like a slightly more coverage, I would definitely build it up. And it's layering really nice. I'm having no issue with it going over the top of the second. It's not moving the first layer that we placed down. It's just going on the skin really, really well. I'm just going to bring the mirror a little closer so I can have a look and see how we're getting on here. If you see any reflection, I do apologise. I should have had it here at the start. Well guys, I am liking that foundation, I have to say. I'm liking how it's sitting. As far as both tools and what I prefer, I kind of prefer both. I think they both applied the foundation really, really well. They both blended the foundation out really, really evenly and really, really nice. This foundation is definitely buildable, so if you're not liking how you've got it, you could go in there again and put another layer on there. And it's blended in really, really nice. It's not sitting on top of my skin. It's not really emphasising anything I want it to, so like textures and pores. I really, really like how it's sitting on the skin, to be fair. And like I said, both tools applied the foundation really, really well. So again, I think it's just personal preference for me. I mean, if I had to choose, I would maybe say slightly the sponge just gave it that wee bit more coverage, which is strange because a sponge does soak up more product than your brush. But I just felt it did give it just that teeny weeny wee bit more coverage. But there's not a lot in it, to be fair. I really do like that foundation. The tone is ideal, the shade is just matching in perfectly. It went on a dream, blended a dream, and it's sitting really nice on the skin. I really like how it's sitting. It's not sitting and it's not looking cakey, and it's not sitting sort of separating. If you remember what the Avon Mark foundation did, it just started to separate right away. This foundation is just sitting really, really nice on the skin. I'm really enjoying how it's looking. You can still obviously see some blotchiness, but again, like I said at the start of this video, guys, I would generally go in there and colour correct before I applied foundation. So if you want rid of those blotches or blemishes, just do a little bit of colour correcting first, and that'll get rid of that, so that when you do apply your foundation, it's a good base. So guys, that is this foundation on. At the moment, I am really liking how it looks. I'm liking the coverage it has given. I mean, it looks... Definitely when I applied the first layer, it was definite medium coverage. Now that I've put 2 layers on, I would say it's more on the fuller coverage side. I really like the coverage it's at right now. Any more, I think it would just be too cakey looking. But for me, this right here is just enough. It still looks skin-like rather than plastic looking, which is what I like. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and put some makeup on, and we'll come back to you guys and let you see what this foundation looks like. Okay guys, we are back with full face of makeup on, so I'm looking a little bit more alive to what I was at the start of this review. So all I've done is just kept everything very simple today, just a nice browny goldy eye, and just my usual makeup, so bronzer, blush, highlight, bit of mascara, some brows and some lippy. I'll obviously list below what everything I've used today. This is also a new lippy for me, and I am actually enjoying how it's sitting. This is from Revlon, and it's one of their HD mattes. But again, I'll list it below, and the name is Seduction if you're wondering, and I absolutely love it. I love how it feels on the lips, not too drying. So guys, as far as the foundation goes, I'm absolutely loving how it's looking right now. There's absolutely no problems. There's a little bit just in here where I could see maybe 1 or 2 of my pores, but it's nothing major, guys. As you all know, that is my problem area, and it doesn't help, I've also got the cold as well. So, but at the moment, nothing has moved. It is exactly where I left it. I have no issues at the moment. The foundation is sitting beautifully on the skin, feels really nice on the skin, doesn't feel heavy at all. I'm really, really liking how it's looking, especially now that I've got a full face of makeup on. It looks really, really nice. All the products are layered really, really well on there as well, so again, no issue with makeup layering on top. Like I said, I've got 2 layers on there because I wanted to see how this foundation built up. I have to say it builds up amazingly well. So if you're looking for that little bit more full coverage, just put another layer on there and you'll be good to go. I do like how it's looking, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop off and do what I've got to do for the rest of the day, and then I'm going to come back and check in with you guys. Let me just grab, I do this every time, let me just grab my tablet or phone so I can timestamp for you guys. So it is currently, I don't know if you'll see that in a minute. I might do it this way, it'll be easier. It is currently 25 to 2 in the afternoon. So I've got a few things to just run about and do, and we will come back and let you guys see how this is worn throughout the day in the pouring rain and just how it's held up in general. So until then, have a great day and we shall see you soon. Okay guys, so we are back from all our running about, and boy am I glad to be home. Not only is it pouring rain, but it's freezing out there and I'm just starting to feel a bit off, so I'm really glad to be home. So we are currently sitting at, I don't know if you'll see in this light, 5:52, so just about 5 to 6 in the evening. So this foundation's been on nearly 4 hours, if not over 4 hours now, and I have been out in the pouring rain. And I have to say, the foundation hasn't done too bad. I'm not liking how around my nose and mouth looks. It really has emphasised lots of pores around there. It's kind of breaking away on my top lip here, and it's really clinging to sort of the textures on my chin here. I'm going to just come closer so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So as you can see, it's breaking away all here. And it's really bad under my nose and obviously just sort of in my nose area. And it's grabbed onto like a lot of the textures here, so pores and things here. So that's a bit disappointing that it has done that, but I'm going to say in its defence, I do have the cold, so I have been touching my nose a little bit more than I probably normally would do, so I'm sort of saying it could be that I have been in and about that area a lot more. My chin, I'm not so sure about that because I'm not wiping down there, but that could be again a case of me with my hand on there. As far as waterproof, it did hold up pretty well in the rain, but obviously all this breakage away, I don't know if that is down to the rain or not, so I can't really put hands down if this is waterproof or not. Me personally, I don't think it's too waterproof, but if you're out in the rain, it is going to stay on your face, so there we have it. As far as oils and things coming through, I mean, I am a little shiny just in here, but nothing major. It's kind of kept everything at bay. I mean, this foundation is oil free, so that's a good start, guys. All around here it is perfectly fine. All around here it's perfectly fine. Up and around the forehead area is really good. I mean, it's sunk in a little bit into the fine lines, but again, nothing major. So the main area is obviously around the mouth area and the nose. It has gone a little bit more than I'd like. So a little disappointing. So I would give this foundation, if I was going to mark it out of 10, I would probably give it a 7.5 to an 8, only because I'm very disappointed that this has done that. But again, I'm going to keep trying this foundation. It's not bad enough where it's put me off of trying it again. I definitely will give it another go and just see if it is a case of, because I've been at my nose a lot, it has rubbed it off, which I am thinking that's what's wrong with it. I do like how this foundation looks on the skin. I really like how it was buildable. I like how easy it was to blend this foundation out. Using a brush or a sponge, it worked amazingly well. I would say probably slightly more the sponge did give me more full coverage, and it did seem to just even it out the tiniest bit, just like what I said at the start. It's a tiny bit more full coverage than what the brush is, but I think either way you apply it, it is going to look lovely on the skin, and I had no issue blending it. I was quite surprised considering how thick and consistency this foundation is, and it is quite a moussey texture but quite smooth. So I was kind of thinking, this is quite thick, it's not going to blend out well if it's as thick as it is, but you know what, it blended a dream. It really did blend really well. And like I said, that is my only disappointing fact of this foundation. So I don't know if it is a case, guys, just having the cold, you know what it's like, you kind of touch your nose up, or you're blowing your nose for that instance, you're just at it all the time. So I'm hoping that that's the reason why this has broken up quite bad. So again, I am going to give this another chance and see what we think of it. But yeah, I do think it's because I've got the cold rather than the rain taking it away. Because that is the only area. There's nothing else here going on that would make me think, well, being out in the rain, because my whole face was getting the rain. So, and as you can see, like my mascara's even been running due to the rain. So yeah. Anyway guys, another thing just before I go is the lipstick I'm wearing, which is the Revlon HD Ultra Matte. I have not touched anything on my face up. I haven't touched my face since I left the house. This has held on really, really well. This was, I think, £8 and I picked up out of the supermarket. I have not touched this up. And I have had food, I've had coffee, I've even had a drink of juice, and this has stayed on the lips really well. You can obviously see it starting to wear on the sides and things like that. But for being on the length of time it has been, and eating and drinking, that has held on really well. So I would say it's well worth £8, because once it's on, it's not going anywhere, and it's not too transfer proof. You do get a tiny, tiny smidge, but nothing major. I really like it, and they're so comfortable on the lips, it's unreal. So guys, in general, I am quite happy with this foundation. A little disappointing with the breakage just round here, but I am going to give it another go and just see if it is a case of me having the cold has played a part in it. But guys, if you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, it would be absolutely amazing if you could. And if you do join me here at Makeup Mummy, hit that bell so it'll notify you every time I upload, which is Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays, so you guys won't miss a thing. So now it's time for me to take my makeup off, and I'm ready to chill on the couch with all of my medications and flu capsules and whatever else I can get to get rid of this blasted cold. So guys, you take care, be safe, and we shall see you in the next video. Bye.